we're here to help our target audience. And the best thing they can do for their business or their life or their personal development is listen to our podcast. You have to believe that, you have to communicate that, and most of all, you have to deliver on it. Welcome to the Podcast Fast Track, where we get you on the fast track to podcasting success with actionable tips and strategies to improve your show and your business. I'm your host, Aaron Green, CEO at PodcastFastTrack.com, a full-service podcast production company serving the industry since 2013. All right, let's dive in. Let's chat about your intro, your outro, your call to action. These are very important parts of your podcast, and they should not be ignored. These need to be crafted in such a way that they inspire people, they make them want to listen to your show, and they prompt them to action. So the way I encourage our clients to think about this is to sit down and do a brain dump about what they hope their podcast will do for their target audience. Okay, a brain dump. What does that mean? Well, I sit down with a piece of paper, or you can do it on your phone, or you can pull up a word editor and type it out. But I want you for 5 minutes to write down everything that comes to mind regarding how your listeners will benefit from your show, what you want them to take away in general, how you can help them in their struggles, and what makes you different from other podcasters. You do this for 5 minutes. Then you spend another 5 minutes going through there, picking out your favorites, picking out the things that resonate with you, that you feel are truly the core of what you're wanting to present in your podcast. Pick out at least 5 of these. Okay, so you're 10 minutes into that. Not that bad. Spend another 2 minutes going through your top picks to find the top 2 or 3 that you feel are core, are fundamental to your purpose, to the reason why you want to do this podcast. Then you take those 2 or 3 points, consolidate them, and craft a mission statement around it. For instance, the mission statement of this podcast is to give you actionable tips that can help you improve your podcast and your business. Okay, it wasn't just enough for me to say, hey, I want you to be a better podcaster. I want you to be able to take these tips and tricks and improve your business, to make money from it, to be something that you are proud of and can feed your family. So no one can tell you what this needs to be. This has to come from you. You're the mastermind behind this content. You're the one with the vision. You're the one with the fire. So tap into that. That's not to say you can't get help. You definitely can. Talk to friends, talk to family, talk to people who know you well, talk to business partners, colleagues, other people in your space. Read them some drafts of what you have so far, get their feedback. But what you want to remember is you want to keep it short, you want to keep it simple, and it needs to be to the point. And then, when you go and record it, put some juice into it, put some energy. You don't simply want to read through it in a monotone voice. That's not going to do much for people. You want to get them fired up. You want to make them excited to listen to you on their commute. Now, the same type of process applies for your outro and your call to action. But most of the work has been done. You've already done the brain dump. You already know what your top 2 or 3 points are that you want to drive home to your audience. Now, you're just summarizing that again. Doesn't have to be as long, doesn't have to be done in the same way. But you want to touch on it, and then you want to give them a call to action. Depending on what you've touched in that particular episode, your call to action could be something specific. Like, hey, we just interviewed such and such with this wonderful coaching. So your call to action on that one would be, go check out their coaching. Or maybe you touched on something that you struggled with and found a way to get through. So your call to action would be, go to my website to read the blog or to sign up for my mastermind, where we all deal with this thing together. Or if there's nothing specific to that episode, you could have a general outro and call to action, kind of like we do on this show, prompting your listeners to go to your website or to subscribe to the podcast and invite their friends to listen. Regardless, it has to be passionate, it has to be fun, it has to be salesy, but not in a dishonest way. Remember, we're here to help our target audience, and the best thing they can do for their business or their life or their personal development is listen to our podcast. You have to believe that, you have to communicate that, and most of all, you have to deliver on that. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Podcast Fast Track. To see all tips and tricks from past episodes, go to podcastfasttrack.com/podcasts. If you have a specific question, you can reach me at aaron@podcastfasttrack.com or on any social platform. Just search for Podcast Fast Track. Until next time, keep it on the fast track.